weekend doing something. So, what day is it? Tuesday?
Just about.
5 days out to the Arnolds. Nothing really much changes in regards to day, because I think sometimes when you try and change a little bit too much, I think that's when things can go a little bit wrong. So normal kind of working schedule, wake up in the morning, checking pictures, do some work, do some cooking, sort some bits out, bulk cook for a couple of days, and then obviously back to work, do some studying. Obviously I'm enrolled onto the Prescript level 1, and then I'll do the Prescript level 2 once I've done that. Cognitive function's still alright at the moment. Getting a little bit tired. I've actually had a couple of naps in the day since I've come back from America, so perhaps I'm a little bit jet lagged. But performance in the gym's still been okay. But yeah, 5 days out from the Arnold. Obviously, probably show you what we look like tomorrow, which will be 4 days out from the Arnold's. We'll be going down to Birmingham on the Friday. Obviously we'll have a call with us the whole weekend to obviously capture everything. Today's video is going to be mostly around me, so you're going to see me do some eating, some training. I've already done all of my work for today, so you won't see me do too much work. Might get some of that over this week. I've also got 10 clients competing this weekend. All will have competed before I actually get on stage at Arnold's. They're all set, ready to rock and roll, all ready for competing. So yeah, excited for those to compete, and also excited for me to compete. Obviously, all of the competitors that are competing against me, apart from 1 and 2. Two of them. I think 2 of them are all Pro Show winners. So obviously a big lineup. So literally just focusing on bringing my absolute best. Hopefully at least 1 to 2% better than I was the Sasquatch Pro. And I'm just really excited to actually compete in my home country. It'd be lovely because I'm a very family orientated person. Family means everything to me. Obviously, yeah, you don't really see a lot of my personal life too much through YouTube, but yeah, family's everything to me, so it'll be really lovely. I've got my grandma, not my grandma, definitely not my grandma coming, she definitely couldn't go in the car. Got my mum, my dad, my auntie and uncle, and then my best friends, Harley and Ashton, coming to watch me compete this weekend as well, so it'll be really lovely to have them there. Obviously won't be able to do much celebrating afterwards because I don't think it'll finish until super late, but we'll all be there, and then obviously I'll have finished competing before Kuba gets on stage. So obviously I'll be able to be in the audience or backstage depending on where he wants me to be, cheering for him. But yeah, gonna go and eat pre-workout meal, and then we are going to go to the gym and train pull, obviously devolume, probably go through why at the gym. I know that we went through it a little bit. We actually didn't go through any of my training at the Sasquatch, so yeah, we'll go through that a little bit whilst we're at the gym today, and take you along for the journey. So obviously I'm deloading, so most of these sets will just be one working set. The reason why we do that is because if you train kind of full intensity, because some people don't, whatever works for you, you do that, obviously you get quite a bit of inflammation in the body, tend to look a little bit soft on stage, get a little bit tired easily on stage, posing becomes a little bit harder. So in the last week of your show, it's important to get fresh so that when you get on stage, you're nice and fresh, your muscles can pop, you can hold your poses really well.
Time to get massive.
So that's why we do devolume training. So that is why I'm just doing one working set, nice and accurate, not pushing to failure, just getting a nice pump. But I'm not doing pump training, just getting a nice pump. Oh, thank you. Katie sometimes tries to do her elbows a little bit more like a rear delt row, so they come up a little bit too high. She still does the placement of her back like an upper back row, but her elbows sometimes come more like a rear delt row, which is a little bit higher. Whereas obviously we want to try and target the upper back here on this row. So you want to have your elbows running pretty much alongside your mid-rib, not alongside your shoulders. Otherwise you're going to get a hybrid and you're not really going to target anything properly.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So that is the second to last pull session done. Gonna do a rest day tomorrow, then we're gonna go push, pull, obviously do volume sessions again, and then obviously rest Saturday, then compete on Sunday. So exciting stuff. You obviously saw my devolume session. I'm still moving weight that I was moving peak off season, which is good. Obviously timed things very well to make sure that obviously performance could be retained as I've gotten leaner. But yeah, you'll probably get a little bit more of a deep dive into how I'm looking throughout this process, but obviously probably pass the torch on to Cuba and he will do a little bit more talking throughout the remainder of the videos, but obviously I will be in them, but he's definitely better on camera than what I am, so I will just be in the background doing my thing, getting ready for the Arnold UK.